Hey, good morning. Well, we're going to be looking at the South African variant. I'm sure you guys have already heard about this, but in case you haven't, we'll just give you a quick review.
In South Africa are warning of a new strain of COVID-19. The variant, which is yet to be named, appears to have a high number of mutations, and that is of concern because there's a possibility it could be able to evade our immune response and be even more transmissible. South Africa has called for an emergency meeting of the World Health Organization to discuss this new variant.
Very unlikely because scientists here already warned of a fourth wave to come between December and January many weeks ago. But what we
All right, and this story broke out on Friday, and I was not going to allow it to ruin my weekend. So I put up a few things on my computer and then just forgot about my computer for the rest of the weekend. But I want to show you a few things that I noticed even in this clip. There's your 15, got to have that somewhere, right? Absolutely. Gotta show that one. But the S, of course, there you go again. There's your 19. So S, and of course there you have the ambulance. 762 is 15. There's another 15. And then of course add the 15 to your 17, there's your 32. And he mentions more than 30 mutations compared to the PETA. It sounded like he said PETA, honestly, but it probably was Zika, but it could have been beta, I don't know. But anyway, had only three, and only 22 cases were recorded. Interesting, right? So you hear your 3-3 or your 3-2-2, however you want to break it down. But then it goes on to talk about the increasing number of cases, 1,200 cases earlier, and now 100 this past month. So you add those together, you get 1,300. Hello. But you can listen for yourself. And then I just happened to take a picture of this, and I thought, I'm just going to look at what that adds up to. And of course, it adds to 13. They do everything intentionally in certain things in clips. I'm just saying. And of course, they talk about the next wave. That you heard that part in there. Yeah, more waves are coming. And the same thing is going on here in the news as well. Same things, but just maybe twisted a little bit differently and showing about some protests going on all over the world. And of course, showing you all their signs as well. But I'm just saying. So here in Finland, of course, they're showing them as well. 2-3-3, there you go. They could have panned more to the right. They could have just been focusing on other things. But no, they did that and also showed the number 6 there. Clearly, it was very hard to see. I'm sorry. But then there's your 3. So I'm just saying. And of course, in ABC News, pretty much the same thing. They show 2 pictures with your A, and then show the OK sign with their fingers. So that's how I'm seeing it. But hey, let's take a listen to, of course, our favorite, Fauci.
I don't think there's any possibility that this could completely evade any protection by a vaccine. It may diminish it a bit, but that's the reason why you boost.
Yes, boosting, yes. We'll get into more of that in just a minute. But here's the picture that they shared. Very interesting, wouldn't you say? Well, I see 22 on one side and 23 on another, which equals 45, right? Okay, but there you have the picture they're sharing. And see what the health organization had to say. All right, I thought they had nothing to say, but that was a separate video. Why they uploaded that, it's beyond me. But let's listen to Dr. Kirkove.
The recent media reports about this B11529. So this is a variant that has been detected and reported to us from our colleagues in South Africa. There are fewer than 100 whole genome sequences that are available. We don't know very much about this yet. What we do know is that this variant has a large number of mutations. And the concern is that when you have so many mutations, it can have an impact on how the virus behaves. So right now, researchers are getting together to understand where these mutations are and what that potentially may mean for our diagnostics, our therapeutics, and our vaccines. It's good that they are being detected. It means that we have a system in place. It will take a few weeks for us to understand what impact this variant has. There's a lot of work that is underway. It's a variant that's under monitoring. The TAG VE will discuss if it will become a variant of interest or a variant of concern, and if that's the case, then we will give it a Greek name. But it is something to watch. Everybody that's out there needs to understand that the more this virus circulates, the more opportunities the virus has to change, the more mutations we will see. Every single one of you watching has a role to play in driving transmission down, as well as protecting yourself against severe disease and death. So get vaccinated when you can. Make sure you receive the full course of your doses, and make sure you take steps to reduce your exposure and prevent yourself from passing that virus to someone else.
So then, of course, the WHO did give the B11529 a name, and it was a Greek name, Omicron. Yes. But what I noticed while watching someone else was I thought, well, they split these up with dots, B11, and then put 529 back to back. So I added it, and that's what I kind of came up with. It's 2, 11, 9. Or 2 times 11, 9. Hey, I don't know. I'm just saying. So, Omicron.
So far, there's little information, but those studies are underway. So we need researchers to have the time to carry those out, and WHO will inform the public and our partners and our member states as soon as we have more information. Once a variant is classified as a variant of concern, it's really important that we have good SARS-CoV-2 surveillance around the world. It's really important that we have good SARS-CoV-2 surveillance around the world, including better genomic sequencing, because we want to be able to detect this variant where it is circulating. What's really important as an individual is to lower your exposure. The measures, these proven public health measures, have never been more important. Distancing, wearing of a mask, making sure that it's over your nose and mouth with clean hands, making sure you avoid crowded spaces, be in rooms where there's good ventilation, and when it's your turn, get vaccinated.
And since I cannot say what I want to here on YouTube, I'll just share a picture and please ask you to go look at an older video that I've had, and thus far they have allowed it to stay up. But you can clearly see in there what I'm meaning and who they worship. But anyway, back to Omicron. I don't have a lot of time because I'm under the time limit here, right? So that's what it equals to for anyone who is interested in the numbers. But please, let's just take a quick listen to what von der Leyen had to say.
We take this Omicron variant very serious, and we know that we are now in a race against time. Why that? Because we know not all about this variant, but it is a variant of concern. And the scientists and manufacturers need 2 to 3 weeks to have a full picture about the quality of the mutations of this Omicron variant. And therefore, we really have to use this time because there are precautionary actions we can take. First and foremost, highest priority is vaccinate, vaccinate, vaccinate. Boost, boost, boost as much as is possible, because this boosting or vaccination raises the level of antibodies and stimulates the memory cells for COVID viruses. Therefore, this is the police of the immune system that you are reinforcing during that time. The second, we take this Omicron variant very serious. We know that we are now in a race against time. 2 to 3 weeks. First and foremost, highest priority is vaccinate, vaccinate, vaccinate. Boost, boost, boost as much as is possible. Therefore, this is the police of the immune system that you are reinforcing during that time.
So scoop, scoop, scoop. Get those scoops. And boost, boost, boost. Guess those booster seats, right? Absolutely. Well, here in Finland, of course, yes, every country and every nation is now banning a lot of the flights. They're going to be sitting in quarantines. We already understand what's going on. But what else about this Omicron? What could it be? Where did this name come from? Does anyone have any idea? Well, it's the 15th letter of the Greek alphabet. Yeah, we've talked about that 15, haven't we? But I'm not going to get into that. You guys know all that. But, Macron. Oh, no, sorry. It was spelled differently. But Omicron? Moronic? Yeah, you can place the letters a little differently. But I found this one as well. The O was separate and the Macron. And, of course, I found Omicron in Sweden. That's right. Sure did. And boy, they sound a lot like what all these big organizations are. Stronger together. And there's magic in a perfect work tool. And it looked like that one on the left bottom, that work tool of theirs, looked a lot like something else that someone made. I won't name the name, but I've done a little bit of research in Mr. Tesla himself, but how he was also linked to the rumps. But hey, you guys are going to have to do your own research on that and so much more. But I found it interesting that they've been working on these things for a long time, and you can imagine what they've come up with since. Hey, I'm just saying. As for Now You See TV, I love how they open their video. I'll just share that. So I noticed a lot of people touched on this subject over the weekend, and I only got to see very little. So I'm not going to share a lot of videos since I'm running out of time as well, but I'm going to share them down low, so go look for the link. Enter the Stars also looked at this, talking about David Bowie actually being in some kind of video where he was an animated character. And it was touching on the souls, catching souls. Astaroth created the video game called Omicron in order to capture souls. Very interesting. All I'm saying, even Joseph Aquaviva, however you pronounce his name, he touched on this with numerology, just looking at some numbers. Look, all I'm saying is be very careful, whoever you listen to, even me. Stay close to Jesus. That's the main point here. Don't get sucked into all of the craziness and all of the banding together. There's so many things that you could look at. Man, it almost seems like this is a movie being created right in front of us. Israel carried out an event called Omega War Games. Really. Shaking My Head video had that and so much more. And of course, you can see exactly where his thoughts were, as well as I'm sure all of ours. It's all creating fear, and that's not what we need. They want all those that started taking those scoops to keep up with the Joneses, keep up with them. Whenever they say jump, you say how high. So, because you know as well as I do, the more of these variants that are coming in, they're going to require more and more boosting every 6 months, but no, they're saying it starts to diminish after 4. I can see the 4 months coming very soon. So, unbelievable.
And finally, we need to convince more people to get vaccinated. And finally, we need to convince more people to get vaccinated. A quarter of EU adults are still not fully vaccinated. If you are unvaccinated, you are more at risk of having severe COVID-19 symptoms. Vaccination protects you and the others.
So those that took the scoop should be protected then, absolutely. With their higher immunity, I remember somebody saying many years ago how to do it, but hey, I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as stupid does.
Well, my mind is already made up and I'm out of time as well, so I'm going to have to keep this short. I've already decided where and who I'm following. I'm not going anywhere without him. That's right. I hope you guys have a great day. God bless you. More to come if I have time. Till next time.